Hello everybody, today's topic is meaning of company and its characteristic features. Now as per the company law, the section 2 and subsection 20, a company refers to any organization or any association that has been registered in current Companies Act 2013 or any other previous law present in India, that is, it might be even 1956 or any other company law that was existing in India prior to 2013. Now, with this particular definition, we do not get the clear picture of what a company is. In order to support that, Professor Honey has given a particular meaning which is more exact, which gives a review about what are the features of company. As per Professor Honey, a company is considered as an association of persons which is created by law, having perpetual succession, a common seal, and which has a distinct identity from that of the members. Now with this definition, we get to know about what a company really is. That is, it is a different person from that of the members. It has a concept of perpetual succession, common seal. So now what these are, that we'll go on into the characteristics features. Beginning with the first one, the characteristic is it is an association of persons. Now persons association mean that it is a collection of persons. So how this particular association of persons come together? So in that case, in a form of company, we can say that it is an incorporated association of persons. That means a company gets into existence when it is incorporated. The word incorporated means it is registered in a particular process under the Companies Act. So incorporate association means these people come voluntarily, they form an association of person and get their particular organization registered in the Companies Act. Next, we can say that the member's identity is different from that of the company. That means the company has a separate legal entity or a separate legal identity. That means the member's identity or member's existence and the company's existence and the company's identity these are two different things. We cannot merge them into one. Next, we move to company is considered an artificial person. Now, in order to understand what an artificial person is, firstly we need to know what are the other form of persons. So firstly, we can have natural persons, just like any other human being which takes birth on the earth, lives a particular lifespan and then dies. Whereas the company is not formed biologically. A company gets into incorporated association when a legal process is being met and then it comes into existence. So a company is not a natural person, it is an artificial legal person. Why legal person? Because it has a legal identity. Just like every one of us living in India have a particular document to prove that we have an existence in India on legal documents. Like that, we can have an Aadhaar card, we can have a PAN. Similarly, a company has a registered number, which is as per the government records. So that's the only reason we can say a company is an artificial legal person. Next, we can say that a company has a limited liability. Now, when we compare a company form of business with that of a partnership and a sole trade business, the liability of the members in the sole trade and the partnership, that was unlimited. That means even the personal property of those people can be attached in order to set off the claims of the creditors. Whereas in the company form of business, the liability of the members is limited. That can be in the various two forms. That is, number one, it can be in the form of shares or it can be in the form of guarantee. Buy shares means that whatever amount, the nominal value of the shares that I've taken, my liability shall only be limited up to that amount that is unpaid by me out of the total nominal value of the share. Second form, that is in the form of guarantee, which means that I have done a written contract with the company, so my liability would be limited up to the amount of contract amount that is written in as a guarantee. Now next, we can say that a company enjoys a separate property. That means when the identity of the company is different from that of the members, the company has a particular distinct value or distinct ownership in the form of its surroundings. So the company can purchase the land, building, assets in its own name, rather than in the partnership and sole trade business where the identity of the partners and the partnership firm was same. So property of the firm was that of the partners only, because they didn't have separate identity. They were not considered as two different people. But here the company and the members are two different people. Next, we can say that a company enjoys transferability of shares. Transferability of shares means if I do not wish to be associated with the company, can I easily transfer my ownership, my rights? So as compared to partnership and the sole trade business, company form of business gives a greater flexibility to the shareholders that they can transfer their shares in the form of the capital that they have provided to the company. They can easily transfer to any person of their choice. There are no restrictions. Next, further we can say that a company enjoys perpetual succession, which is one of the greatest features in the form of company business, because if we compare with that of sole trade business or a partnership, my business was affected because of the fact that whether I am in good health or if I'm present physically or not. Company form of business says that whether I am there or not, my existence will not have any impact on the company form of business. So there is this very simple verb, the simple line that can be associated with it, which means that members may come and go, but the company remains. The company's existence shall not be affected due to the existence of its members. So company will only cease to get into existence when it is shut down by the procedures of law, when it is being wounded up. Next, we can say that a company enjoys common seal. Now, just like you and me as a human, we have a right to put our signatures in the form of either thumb impression or sign it. The company, since it is not a natural person, it's an artificial person, but cannot sign. But as an identity of a different member, any document that it's going to have, it needs to sign those documents. So how a company is going to sign? The company's signature is the form is the company's seal, that is the stamp. So any document having the company's seal are totally binding up upon the company form of business. So these were all the characteristics. Just to update again: number one, that is company is an incorporated association. Number second, it has a separate legal entity from that of the members. Number third, it is an artificial person. Number four, the liability of the members is limited. Number 5 is company has a separate property. Number 6, the shares of the company are freely transferable. Number 7, company enjoys a perpetual succession. And number 8, company has a common seal. So with understanding this particular basic characteristics of the company, next we can proceed to what are the advantages when I get my company into registered form. So this topic can be advantages of company form of business or advantages of incorporation of the company. So these points are quite similar with that of the characteristics, with an addition to a couple of more. So again, moving with the first one, that is a company enjoys independent legal identity. That means my identity is different from that of the company that I've formed. So this company is known by its own name. It has its own identity in the law. People know my company by the name of the company rather than knowing it through me. Whereas with the same, in the partnership business and the sole trade, my business was only associated with my own name. Next, we can move to second particular advantage, that is limited liability. So once I get my business registered in the company form of business, the liability of the members of my company can be limited up to a specific amount. That specific amount can be by shares, that is the total nominal value of the shares. Then second one, it can be by guarantee. That means the amount that has been guaranteed by the shareholder against the number of shares which the company has provided. Number third advantage of incorporation is the company form of business enjoys perpetual succession. That is, my existence or my non-existence shall not have any impact on the company or of any shareholder. Whether shareholder is there or it is not there, the company is not affected. So this is another advantage in order to get my company form registered. Next, we can say that transferability of shares. So am I given the right to transfer my shares whenever I feel like, as compared to partnership form of business where partners could only transfer their rights or they could only allow any other person to get into the partnership only when the others will agree. That means my right was not only mine, it had to be collaborated with the effort of the others as well. But in the form of company business, I as a shareholder have a right to transfer my shares whenever I feel like. I do not require anyone's permission or any other grants. Next, we can say that a company enjoys infinite number of members. That is, there is infinite membership. As compared to partnership and sole trade business, In the form of company, I can have more members. So when I have more members to contribute, I'll be having a huge amount of resources with me through which I can move for greater expansion. I can use that money for large scale opportunities, buy heavy machinery, establish heavy plants, so which will ultimately give me the benefit of economies of scale. Next, we can say that a company uses huge amount of resources for its business expansion as compared to a partnership where there are limited number of people, so the capital is limited. So I don't have access to n number of opportunities which I want to. But in the form of company, I can utilize the same money which is in abundant form, and I can take advantage of large scale production, which will give me cost benefit. That is, I will be producing that particular good at a very low cost. That means I can increase my profit margin. Next is separate property. A company holds a separate property. This is again in relation with the characteristic feature where we had talked about the company has a separate legal identity. That means the identity of the company and the members is different. So I as a member can have my property in my own name, whereas the company can also have the property in its own name. Reason why? Because the company enjoys a different identity from that of the members. Next, we can say that a company has an ease in control and management. Now this is in respect to as compared to sole trade business or partnership, where I am only looking after the business because I have contributed to the capital. So I can be limited in the form of experience, in the form of technical skills. I can have limited knowledge, but in form of company, the entire company is controlled by the shareholders, that is ultimately through their voting powers. Now since all the shareholders cannot control the company because of the n number of factors, that they might be located elsewhere in the country or even abroad, they might be not be having sufficient knowledge to do that, or n number of factors can be there. So how the company is being operated? A company is operated through the election mode. That is, the directors are appointed by the shareholders and then the company is controlled by them. So with here, we just wind up the session. That means we did about the meaning of the company, characteristics of the company, and advantages of company. A quick revision to that. What are the advantages of if I get my company into an incorporated form? That is, I get my business registered into a company. Number one was I have a separate identity. Second is I have a limited amount of liability. Number third, my company enjoys perpetual succession. Number four, the shares of my company are freely transferable. Number five, the members are unlimited in the form of company. Number six, I can have huge amount of resources with my company. Number seven, my company has separate property. And number eight, there is a ease in control and management of the company. Thank you so much.